Namaste Soul Fan, how are you all? So, I always do this, it's a sign of peace, separation, peace, anyway. That's my thing. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a powerful prayer that I came across, an Archangel Michael healing and protection prayer that I came across when I was going through a pretty rough time in my life. I felt really stagnant, I felt really blocked in multiple areas of my life. And I knew that I had to take a leap forward. I knew I had to take a step forward. I knew I had to take the leap of faith and go into something new, into a completely new, different direction of my life. But even though I felt ready on a soul level, mentally and emotionally I was struggling to take that step. Mentally and emotionally and even energetically I felt blocked and I wasn't sure what I needed to do. So I looked up to Spirit and I was like, please help me, please give me the tools and the resources that I need to heal, to get through this phase, to get through this tough time. Please show me the way, please help me to open up the path forward. And so I was led to this beautiful prayer via Bahati Life. Shout out to Bahati Life and her channel, she's amazing. And it is a prayer that you can use for times of uncertainty, when you're feeling blocked, when you're feeling stagnant, when you're feeling like people are sending you negative energy. It can also protect you from things like black magic, curses, hexes, witchcraft, spells, psychic attacks, evil eyes, all that sort of stuff that people send and that, is just around us in general at times, negative energies and low vibrational toxic energies. It can shield and protect you from that, and it can help you to really come out of that and liberate yourself from those energies. Now you guys know that I don't really talk about that stuff on this channel because I feel like there's enough information about that stuff out there now. It's more about finding solutions. It's more about bringing forth the tools and resources that we can use to help to elevate ourselves away from those types of energies. And one thing I do want to say about negative energy, if you perceive it as such, is a catalyst to positive energy. It's a catalyst to healing. It's a catalyst to your true power and true strength. It's there to help you to seek the divine. It's there to help you to seek the Most High. Because as most people say, that when you're happy, when you're enjoying yourself, you rarely remember the divine. You rarely remember to be grateful and thankful to the divine. But having said that, when you're in a high vibration and when you're aligned with Source, then you're always remembering the divine. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're angry, whether you're mad, you're always connected, you're always feeling at one with the divine. So that is the purpose of prayer, that is the purpose of healing, that is the purpose of even negative energy and maybe even negative people in your life are there to help you to realize your true strength and your true power and bring you back to oneness with yourself first, self-union with yourself, so that you can feel at union with the greater collective, with the whole of everything, and tap into that unity consciousness. So the significance of this prayer is that once you have taken part in it, once you have completed your sacred honoring prayer, then you are to share this with other people and you are to share your testimony. So that's what I'm here to do on this video. And I have created a blog post that I will link down below for you guys that has all the information and has the actual prayer in it, so that you can screenshot it, you can keep it on your phone. It's always going to be available via the blog, and it's something that I want people to share with each other, share with your friends and family. If you're in testing times, if you're in trying times, if you know somebody else is going through a stressful situation, they're tense, they're in distress, they're really needing to find a way out, then please by all means share this prayer with them. The more you share high vibrational energies with other people, the more of that goodness comes back to you. The more that you can give what you have been given, the more you will receive. So that is, you can say, the one condition of completing this prayer is to share it and pass it on with others. You can even leave it behind in your churches, in your temples, anywhere that you go, in your communities, amongst, again, your social groups and your friends and family, because it's definitely going to help them, and it's definitely helped me. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I was going through a really challenging time in my life. I was feeling stuck and stagnant in all sorts. I knew what I had to do in a sense, and I knew that I had to move forward. There was no way that I could go back. I had to shed the past. I had to leave behind the past, everything that I was holding on to, all the stuff that I was attached to, codependent on. I had to release it completely to be able to take this step forward. But like I said, I was feeling energetically, mentally and emotionally stuck. Like I had no idea, and I was just in that place where you're so far at the bottom that the only way to go from there is up. So the only way that I could look up was to the divine and ask for help. and I feel like the divine led me straight to this prayer. I feel like Archangel Michael himself led me straight to this prayer because he is one of my guides. I do invoke him every day. I do bring him through and his essence and his energy through every day, and I have a very strong connection with him. So I feel that he did lead me straight to this prayer. Part of this prayer is that you have to complete 9 weeks of this honoring ritual. Basically, you light a candle as your offering of light to the divine and to Archangel Michael and to God, source creator. And you do this for 9 consecutive Tuesdays in a row. So every Tuesday for 9 Tuesdays you light a candle and you say this prayer. Now when I found this prayer, I'm open. I'm a very open vessel. I'm a very open being. I'm open to anything and I'm open to new experiences, and I'm a very experiential learner. So I like to experience things before I really, talk about it or I share it with other people, because I want to make sure that I've had the experience myself before I pass it on or share that healing or share that testimony with others. So on the very first Tuesday, I remember on the Monday before was just hideous for me. I was crying. I was really, really upset. I was really feeling it, like on a soul level. I felt like my soul was crying out to be released. Like my soul was feeling so trapped and so caged, and she was screaming like she just needed to get out of that cage, whether it was self-imposed, whether it was something that I felt like came from outwardly, whatever it was, it just needed to go. And in a sense, when you self-impose it on yourself, you're going to feel like something outside has an effect on you, but really it's something that's stemming from within. So I had to really go and do that deep healing in terms of letting myself grieve, letting myself cry, letting myself grieve the past, the stuff that I was letting go of, the stuff that I thought was me, the stuff that I had held on to, any identity that I had. I've been through multiple identity crises on this journey, and now I'm just like okay with whatever I am in whatever moment, however I present myself in that moment. Every single part of it is so critical and crucial to my journey. But I was really feeling like my entire world was falling apart. Like everything that I had known up until then was being destroyed. Like complete destruction was taking place, and there was nothing left to hold on to. Everything was just vanished and disappeared, and I'm just standing there naked like, wow, this is feeling pretty bare right now, And so I had no choice but to do whatever I could to try and get myself out of that place. One thing I highly recommend is when you're going through something like that, when you're going through catharsis, deep catharsis and crisis and healing, to let yourself go through it so that you can really feel it to heal it, but not to stay there. So once you've released and you've let go and you've done as much of the crying and the releasing and the journaling and the screaming and the healing and the light language and the energy clearing and whatever else that you can, it's imperative that you then take a step towards the solution, what you can do to make it better, what you can do to lift your vibration, what you can do to come out from that cage and help to set yourself free. Because if you stay there, if you keep ruminating in that energy, then it's going to continue to lower your vibration, and you're just going to stay in that same space for weeks, for months, sometimes even years for certain people. So it's time for us to move out from that energy, out from those cages, out from those lower vibrations, and raise the vibration. So that's the step that I took on the first Tuesday. I was like, you know what? This prayer has come to me on my journey. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it all I've got. The one advice I can give you is go all in, fam, with your heart wide open. Go in with your heart and soul. Go in with true intentions. Go in with pure intentions. Go in with faith. Go in with belief. And I assure you, this prayer will work for you. So on the very first Tuesday, after I lit the candle and said my prayers, a huge boulder when it comes to relationships which are very significant and close in my life was lifted. A massive boulder, and this wound had a direct correlation to so many other areas of my life. So without that being lifted, it was going to be very hard for me to bring everything else together that I was trying to bring together. So that was lifted. By the second Tuesday, I started to feel, within that week period, I started to feel like energy was being lifted, like negative energy was being lifted from my field, from my vessel, from my being, from my auric and energetic field. I started to feel like It's like when you have blurry vision and then all of a sudden you rub your eyes and then you can see clearly again. It was like that. I was starting to see clearly again. I was starting to remember myself. The mental fog was starting to disappear. The whole veil was being lifted. So at times on your journey, veils are going to be put in front of you so that you can find your way through. You know, remember yourself again. Remember who you are. Sometimes you're going to forget yourself altogether, just so you can come back to yourself as a more whole version of yourself. So I felt like that's what was happening to me. I was being taken through that process again, but this time I was being taken through the process through the power of prayer and with the power of Archangel Michael. Many of y'all know is the powerful Archangel Michael. When he yields his sword, even Lucifer, you know, stands back. So by the second Tuesday, I was feeling very different to how I felt the first week. As the weeks went on, I just kept getting more and more strong, more and more powerful in my own being. More strength was coming through. More of my true authentic self was starting to surface again and re-emerge, but this time stronger, bigger, better and bolder than ever before. I was starting to regain this sense of courage and passion and confidence, and my passion for life was starting to ignite again. My passion for the things that I like to do, my creativity, my expression, my sacred sense of self started to come online again. I felt throughout the weeks that I was being activated more and more, and throughout the weeks, little miracles and big miracles, all types of blessings were showing up, and every single time a little or a big blessing, no matter how big or small it was, would show up. It would remind me. It would remind me where it's coming from. It would remind me to be thankful to the divine. It would remind me to look up and just smile. In those moments, I would smile. My insides would be full on in joy, dancing, liberating themselves, you know, with their maracas going off, because it was such a powerful experience, fam. And by the end of the 9 weeks, so many of the things that I had prayed about, so many of the things that I had dialogue with Archangel Michael, with God, Spirit, Creator, Source, with Jesus, with Mother Mary, all the dialogue that I had created amongst us in that time, all that connection that I had built. It was, fam, I don't even have words. I don't have words. It was that beautiful. I don't think there are any words to describe that feeling. Maybe bliss? But even bliss is like, I don't know, it's just, there are no words. There are no words to explain it. It's something that needs to be felt on an internal level to be understood. And it's something that I want every one of you who are struggling, who are suffering, who are going through tough times to feel in your journey. Because once you're touched by life in such a way, once you're touched by divine in such a way, you'll forever be grateful, you'll forever feel amazing, you'll forever feel thankful to be alive. No matter what happens, you'll know that you have the power to get through it. As long as you stay aligned with the divine, as long as you go to the Most High for your source of supply, as long as you allow yourself to be receptive and open to all that the divine has in store for you, you'll be able to get through anything. You'll be able to face trials and tribulations with ease and grace. You'll look at pain as a catalyst. You'll look at negative energy as something that's directing you back to positive energy. You'll look at everything in life with meaning, with substance. Wow. Meaning and substance in everything. So fam, there are so many prayers like this that I have done, that I'm still currently taking part in. The more I pray, the more I connect to the divine and different aspects of the divine that come to me on my journey. You know, I resonate very strongly with Shiva and Shakti. I resonate very strongly with Jesus and Mother Mary. I resonate very strongly with the archangels and angels and even fairies. You guys will see them in some of my videos, especially my reading videos. My little fairies and angels are like flying around. And any form that spirit comes through and shows itself to me in, I am open to that. And I allow myself to really experience more of life, more of what the universe has to offer, more of what we can experience on planet Earth because of it. So So there are so many prayers that I will share with you guys, but this one in particular will seriously help you to unblock yourself and move past any negative energy that's trying to block you from moving forward. Another thing on your spiritual journey, you will know, every time you elevate, they say the greater the level, the greater the devil, right? But the greater the devil, the greater your power and the greater your strength, and the greater spirit and source comes through to help you to see that no devil, no darkness, no nothing can trump you when you switch on the light. When you switch that light on inside, you'll illuminate all the darkness and it'll just become a shadow and fall into the background, and it will then begin to respect you. So fam, if you feel drawn to this, if you feel like you resonate with this, if you feel like you just want to give it a shot, if you're a skeptic even fam, give it a shot. What do you have to lose? If anything, you have everything to gain from experiencing the oneness of all things and experiencing your divine connection to source and the spark of source within you. So again fam, check out the blog, that's where the prayer is. I do have more information about my journey and my story in the blog, so I hope that it reaches you in divine time, and I hope that this prayer can really help to set you onto your path in a way where no matter what comes at you, what comes against you, you know that you're more powerful because you're in alignment with the power and the greatness of the divine. There is greatness within you. It's time for you to experience that fam. And whatever you're going through at this time, whatever you are struggling with at this time, you will get through it. You will get through it, fam. Have faith, have trust, trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe that inner voice, believe in your intuition. Know that you are capable of doing anything. Know that you are limitless. Know that you are infinite, powerful, co-creative being. You are a master manifestor and alchemist of your own reality. And when you start to work with the energy of the divine, when you start to work with the energy that is all around you, surrounding you, here to love you, shield you, protect you, and heal you, you will see that your life will turn into a miracle. Everything will feel magical to you. Everything will feel far-fetched, out of this world, but happening to you in this world right here, right now, at this time. So with that said fam, I know that this is going to reach you when you need it. Please pass it on to others once you have completed it. Leave your stories, your testimonies down in the comment section below once you have completed your prayer, or even as you're going through it, so that you can give hope and bring light into the lives of others. The more of that hope and that light that you share with others, the more of it's going to come back to you. Take care, stay blessed, stay high vibing. I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.